Hey Vocalists, I'm Anna and welcome to another segment of Vocalist News. This week I'll be talking about Justin Timberlake. He's nearing the end of his contract along with a few other big stars, and the big question is, what's next? Justin Timberlake also recently became the co-owner of a company, so I'll be talking a bit about that. I also have news about an awesome soundtrack for a certain box office hit. A couple of our artists are on tour, and finally I have some makeup tips from Beyonce's own makeup artist, Sir John. Let's get started. As a lot of marketing professionals and entertainment lawyers have pointed out in our interviews with them in issues of the Vocalist magazine, the business of doing music has changed a lot over the past decade. And a few things for which the record labels supplied capital are no longer as relevant. For example, time in the studio isn't as expensive as it once used to be, and artists don't need to worry about manufacturing and distributing hard copy CDs. It's become more of a digital medium now. So a number of huge acts are currently nearing the end of their contracts, namely Justin Timberlake, Usher, and Taylor Swift. The big question is, what comes next? Billboard magazine recently published an article that talks about this, and it's quite interesting. So they actually have a quote from Donald Passman, an entertainment lawyer, who negotiated Janet Jackson's contract with EMI in the 1990s, and he says, "The trend is definitely towards shorter-term deals on both ends. The industry is in distress and digital is not picking up the slack. So the big companies are worried about long-term commitments, and the artists tend to take longer between product. So unless you're Taylor Swift, very few can command a top-of-the-market deal." Definitely worth taking a look at the full story by clicking the link, and let us know in the comments, what do you think is in store for the music industry? So we have Florence K, an artist that we covered in the summer 2014 issue of the Vocalist magazine, who sings, by the way, in French, Spanish, and English. She's currently on tour, ending on April 16th, 2015. She's going to be traveling all over Quebec performing, so that's really exciting. And be sure to check out her the full interview that we had with her in the magazine, if you haven't already, where she talks about her musical inspirations, being a single mom and a musician, and her experience taking songwriting lessons. Another artist, MGK, is currently on tour, and our very own Malik Shahid had the pleasure of hosting the concert. Here are some scenes from the show. Here at the Vocalist magazine, we see singers as the whole package. The makeup, the fashion, the voice, of course, and the business sense. And one vocalist in particular that we see as having the whole package is a multiple Grammy Award winner. And of course, it's Beyonce. She recently won a couple of AMAs, so good for her. In an article published by the Daily Mail, Beyonce's makeup artist Sir John shares 5 steps to creating a look like Bee. So what did he have to say? Step 1. Spritz Visine eye spray over the eyes to waken them. Step 2. Smooth on Caudalie Beauty Elixir to refresh tired skin. Step 3. Get the Yonce glow with Charlotte Tilbury's Wonder Glow Illuminator. Step 4. For luminous metallic eyelids, à la baie, he recommends dusting the tear ducts of your eyes with a copper, silver, or bronze shadow. Step 5. Get lippy with a nude shade such as taupe. In the Vocalist magazine, we also featured an article by Sir John where he talks about getting a smoky look like Beyonce often does, so be sure to check out the fall 2013 issue for the full steps. On the topic of business, Justin Timberlake recently became a co-owner of the company Aftermaster Audio Labs, a subsidiary of Studio One Media. So currently on the Aftermaster website, you can listen to a few select tracks and hear what they sound like before it's been remastered by Aftermaster and after. Some of the demonstration tracks include Taylor Swift's Shake It Off, Michael Jackson's Thriller, and JT's Holy Grail. The remastered tracks definitely have more punch and oomph to them than the non-remastered ones, so it'll be interesting to see how Aftermaster fares in the marketplace. Aftermaster's technology will come in the form of a chip that could be embedded into microphones, televisions, headphones, mobile devices, and they're also going to be launching an online music mastering service next month. This will allow musicians to upload songs and then receive a remastered version that they can purchase if they want. In a press release, Justin Timberlake was quoted as saying, "I'm thrilled to be a part of this groundbreaking company. The first time I heard Audio, post Aftermaster, I knew I had to be a part of this company and that we had something revolutionary on our hands." And the CEO of Aftermaster, Larry Reichman, had equally positive things to say about the 33-year-old Grammy Award winner about joining the company. So in a press release, Reichman said, "Justin loves technology, completely understands audio, and he's very powerful and respected in the entertainment community. So it sounds like a perfect partnership for both of them." Now, it's always exciting to see what songs have been chosen for a particular movie soundtrack. To make a good movie soundtrack, there's so much that goes into it. The lyrics have to be right, the beat needs to complement the film, and it needs to stay true to the thematic elements of the movie as well. A long-awaited movie that recently dominated the box office was Mockingjay Part 1, of course, the third installment of the Hunger Games trilogy. The soundtrack was curated by Lorde and included tracks by Ariana Grande, Stromae, and an artist that we interviewed for our summer 2013 issue, Miguel. The track, which is called "This Is Not a Game," was produced by the Chemical Brothers, and it also featured vocalists by, of course, Miguel himself and Lorde. Be sure to take a look at our interview with Miguel and check out the whole soundtrack for Mockingjay Part 1, and in my opinion, it's quite a success. Voice teacher Carrie Cole has this week's vocal tip of the week. Singing high notes can really strain your voice and come out not sounding as great as you might want it to. So here are Carrie's tips on hitting those high notes. And that's a wrap. I'm Anna, wishing you a great week, and to finish things off, I'm happy to announce the winners of the Get Featured in the Vocalist magazine contest in collaboration with Reverb Nation. Here are the 6 finalists who will be featured in the magazine. Riley Badere, pop adult contemporary singer from Cumming, Georgia. Dylan Jennett, pop R&B from Sag Harbor, New York. Gabe Lopez, pop rock and dance from Los Angeles, California. Andy Allo, a pop rock singer-songwriter from Los Angeles, California. Ashley Leone, a singer-songwriter from Nashville, Tennessee. And Sophie Morgan, a singer-songwriter from England. Be sure to tell us what you think about this week's topics on Facebook and Twitter. And this week's question of the week for celebrity interviewer Malik Shahid is, why are clothing and fashion important for a musician? Malik, what do you think?
Fashion is very important when it comes to an artist's career. It helps define who the artist is. It also attracts new fans. If you look at artists like Rihanna, Britney Spears, Madonna, I think these people were defined by their fashion and also was able to open up to a whole different generation and a whole different market. It also leads to different opportunities, such as endorsements from other companies who believe in your fashion. If you're an up-and-comer artist, it's very, very important that you define your own fashion. Don't go copying other people. Do not copy. You can be influenced. You can take bits and pieces from different people, but always try to be yourself. Be who you are. If you're someone who's not into fashion, you must have a great personality and be a likable person. A great example of that is someone like a Jay-Z. Jay-Z's very laid back. He's never really had much fashion swag all his career, but he's someone who was able to attract people due to his music and his lyrics. Taylor Swift, another person, doesn't have that much crazy fashion swag, but also because of her great personality and music, she's able to attract fans. Someone who exploits fashion to the maximum, I would say, would be a Lady Gaga. I mean, if you look at the way Lady Gaga dresses, her outfits, she takes it to a different level. She pushes buttons, and by doing this, it attracts free promotion, free media, free publicity. So sometimes you can use fashion to help promote yourself as an artist, and this is a great asset and a great tool, and every artist should look into that. But you have to be comfortable of who you are. And again, don't try to be like someone else. Be yourself. Very important. Always be yourself. You can be influenced by them, but always be yourself. If you want to ask me a question, feel free to contact me at Malik Shahid on Twitter or Facebook, and I'll be glad to answer all your questions. Thank you.